Alright, here we go. It's time to play Year Walk. This is a game I've actually played once before, but I am notoriously bad at remembering, solutions, levels, story, and all that. It's been a couple of years. Don't actually remember when this game came out. Can I tell? Well, I don't know. Let's look at the store page here. Came out in 2014. And I think I played it straight away when it came out. So, I mean, it's been a good 7 years, I guess. It's a really cool game. And it has some twists and turns and some interesting puzzles and interesting lore. So it's going to be interesting revisiting this. I haven't started it up because it kind of starts off straight away. There's not really a save function or anything like that, so if you... Well, I guess it saves when you close the game where you're at or something like that. And you actually have to delete the save file that is being created, so I just started it up to see everything was working with sound and stuff like that. And I had to manually go in and remove the save file. A little bit strange, but some games just work that way. It makes it a little bit strange when if you want to replay it, or if if someone else in your household is want to play it, you need to find that folder and delete it. A little bit strange, but yeah, that's how it is. The music in the game is a little bit loud, and it is happening during some dialogues and stuff like that. And there is no freaking settings for the sound, so the music is going to be a little bit too loud for my taste once in a while, but we're gonna have to make do with that. So, yeah. Let's start this up, shall we? In the old days, man tried to catch a glimpse of the future in the strangest of ways. They locked themselves in dark rooms, not partaking of food and drink. At the stroke of midnight, they ventured into the night through the dark woods, where strange creatures roamed. To see if they would be wealthy, to see if they would be happy, to see if they would live, to see if they would be loved. I guess that's a year walk. Here we are. There are some settings. We got resolution, display mode, visual quality, and walking speed. I'm going to turn that down to move a little bit slower. That's all we got. We have a couple of things here. It's all going to be apparent pretty soon. Where there's a path heading north, press W. Cross it. We got a path right here. It's shown by a symbol at the top of the screen. It's our only path right now. So if you don't know this game, you can move around left and right like this. And you can move forward to a different set of paths, taking you left and right, basically. And you're walking in the snow. And it is kind of like a point-and-click puzzle game with movement like this. It's simply gorgeous. It's a really good-looking game. We got a box here. We can turn some dials. I do believe we're gonna have access to this at some point. We probably need to figure out a certain order. Might have to prepare pen and paper for this. I feel like we might need to write some things down. Might be saved in our inventory somehow. Another path. I kind of want to continue. Okay, that ended there. And we should have a map. Okay. So we started off here by this house. I think we moved left, moved across to this stretch of land. We checked maybe something out. Looks like there is a path right here. I wonder if we couldn't go there yet or something, or if I didn't go right. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit helpful later. Because I do believe we're going to have to make a lot of back and forth. Just love the sound of the crunching snow beneath your feet. Can also move down or back. Can hit M to get the map. Alright, I mean, we're not lost yet, so it's fine. Nothing too much is happening now, but we're still getting into it. There's a mill. You gotta love a good sounding mill. This reminds me of playing Witcher as well. Some big freaking mills just having super great sound. Alright. Hello. There you are. I've been waiting for you all day. Oh, how nice. You should not go outside without a hat on a cold day like this. You will freeze your ears off. And I'm quite fond of the person those ears belong to. Did anyone see you coming here? No? Now you're being silly. You know that I'm not ashamed of you. It's not that. I like you very much. But you and I come from different worlds. He's waiting for my answer. I said I'd give it to him next year. And this is the last day of this year. Oh. Just say no. Come on. You're being unfair. This isn't any easier for me. I don't like it when you get like this. Calm down. I'm calm. You calm down. You're walking? I hope you're joking. You do remember what happened to my cousin, don't you? Promise me you won't do anything foolish. You're not supposed to know what happens in the future. That might be correct. You should hurry home to your cottage and get some rest. It's getting dark soon. Hurry home to your cottage. But I want to talk some more. You should probably go. Oh. Well. I guess I will. Not gonna stop me from exploring a little bit before we're heading home, though. Okay, we got two different paths here, actually. I thought there was a backing up place all the way back here, wasn't there? No, okay, it was just up. Alright, I see. Kind of interesting how the sky almost turns dark in between. I think it's not actually darkness. Don't know what it's... It looks cool though. I don't think we could go here before, could we? Or maybe we are actually supposed to go this way. Or maybe we actually came this way. Yeah, I kind of recognize this. Okay, yeah, well, apparently we did. And I think we're back. The puzzles are beginning. Well, not really. It's a title sequence. Here. Walk. So I'm assuming that we did the thing. No drinking or eating. So we're basically fasting, right? And that kind of opens up your mind, I'm assuming. So are these going to be hallucinations? Are these going to be real things? I don't know. It's a little bit more creepy now. Can't go back to the cottage. Oh, we have new places to go now. Kind of interesting how we're just being thrown in this. We have no clue what to do or anything. These... I can't interact with this. Let's see, we got a map, we got an encyclopedia, we got a journal, but that is locked. We got hints and settings. Okay, we don't need this. We can read this one though. The Yearwalk Encyclopedia is a collaborative effort between Simogo and Theodore Almsden, who is the author of all written content. So this seems like it's breaking the fourth wall a little bit. And that is actually going to be part of the game, kind of, which is really cool. Theodore Almsden, Curriculum Vitae. Theodore Almsden was born in Stockholm, 1968, but spent most of his youth in Edinburgh, where his mother was born. He graduated from Lund University in 1992 and is a Doctor of Philosophy at the Faculty of Ethnology. His lectures on the manifestations of evil in folklore has been full every term from 1998 and onwards. Theodore has written 3 books on Scandinavian folklore. The Crone's Tongue has been translated into 16 languages and received a prestigious Hornet Award in 1999. He has had numerous appearances on Swedish television, and an on-air children's short film called The Grimm was partially based on Theodore's research. I thought that was a continuation of the title of the film. That should have been some indication that that was the title. Good name for a short film, though. The Grimm was partially based on Theodore's research. Right? And we got some extra lore regarding these. I guess we can read this since it's part of what we're doing here. It's a nice, I don't know what these are called. Etches? Etch and sketch, basically? Not really. Yearwalk, or Ausgång in Swedish. Yearwalking was at its core a vision quest, with the purpose being to foresee the future. There were very rigid rules concerning the Yearwalk, and not adhering to them could prove very dangerous, even fatal. How the practice of Yearwalking came to be is shrouded in mystery, but it seems to have been a widespread practice in Sweden until the beginning of the 19th century, and in some rural areas as late as the beginning of the 20th century. The practice was likely over 1,000 years old, and most certainly pagan. Yearwalking varied greatly regionally and even locally. There might have been differences between one village and the next. All the variations had a couple of elements in common though. A yearwalk could not be done on any common day. There were certain days of the days a year when the gate was opened, generally in liaison with important festival days such as May Day, Midsummer's Eve, or Christmas Eve, and most commonly New Year's Eve, which is what we were doing. A year walker could not partake of any of the food or drinks that were served on these days, a sacrifice of no little significance since these feasts were some of the rare occasions when food would be plentiful and varied. A year walker had to avoid other people, so they commonly locked themselves in dark rooms and were not allowed to see a fire for the entire day. Perhaps not a vast sacrifice on Midsummer's Eve, but on a cold winter's day it would be uncomfortable at least, if not hazardous. If the year walker followed these steps, he would leave his dark room at the stroke of midnight. This would be his last chance to cancel the year walk. Once he ventured out, there was no turning back. The church was the final destination for a year walker. On his way, he would typically encounter a number of supernatural creatures, which would pose a threat physically, mentally, and spiritually. If a year walker made it to the cemetery, he would walk around the church in an intricate pattern. This would open the year walker's eyes to the future, but it would also lure out the church grim. After having completed the year walk, the walker would see visions that could manifest themselves in different manners. When the year walker left the cemetery, he might, for instance, see a somber procession of dancers dressed in the finest church clothes. These would be the people that would die the following year. A recurring theme is, of course, the year walker who meets his own ghost on the road. Okay, a future ghost. Another story tells of how the walker would see newly dug graves. Love played a great part too, so a walker would typically meet wedding processions or even attend weddings yet to come. One testimony from the 19th century tells of a mental patient named Martin Nilsson, who described his visions as otherworldly experiences. Before I saw what happened next year, I lived among the stars. I lived there for many lifetimes, it seemed. What do I care for the next year? Time has already ended. Yeah, time is always confusing, isn't it? Today, the practice seems to almost entirely forgotten. So, okay. I thought we were fasting for a longer period of time, because just fasting for one day, that seems, not insane. Probably wouldn't give you any hallucinations and stuff like that. But I do believe I need pen and paper for this. I'm going to start marking stuff down already. Don't know if the position of this matters. It's not been marked on the map either. But I might as well mark this down. The church was the end goal, it seems like. So, what is this, a baby? Fetus? Something like that. I'm assuming maybe these will translate into password with a symbol or something. Okay, we got a rune stone right there. I'm actually going to try to keep... Okay, there's actually like a... Okay, we do have eye symbols. So it looks like we have a couple of rune stones. Or something else. There might be a symbol here. I mean, there is that symbol. Well, I'm not going to write that down because I think we might have to revisit these somehow. Once we have more information. Okay, we can go up here. I just want to search every single screen first. Okay, we got a horse. And not the same symbol as before. I'm gonna draw a very crudely looking horse here. Oh, that's pretty good actually. Actually, both my drawings of the symbols have been pretty accurate, because it's kind of crude sketches in the first place. So it's a very similar symbol to the previous one. So it's all been kind of like a cross with hanging arms, but it's been positioned slightly differently. Last one we had this curve almost all the way down, or all the way down actually. grab the axe. Oh. Okay, you can tell that that is a cave on the map. Well, it's not a cave really. It's a little storage. This will take us all the way over here, so let's search this area up here first. Got the horse, of course. Oh, that takes us back. There was a way up, wasn't there? Here we go. Oh, a little outhouse. There is a symbol as well. Oh, it's not a symbol. Two birds? Well, this is not creepy at all. Wait. Left, right, left, right, right, right. Jesus Christ, this is a long combination. Hello? Well, I'm really happy that I spun the head. I just noticed that it started turning, it was actually screwing into the body. So I just wanted to see if you could get it stuck or something. Okay, and that's... Okay. I might have missed one because I wasn't prepared for looking at the pointing. So there might be one I missed after the first two or something. Don't know what the birds symbolize. Maybe we will see these later. Now the blood is gone. I guess we can always do this again if we should have to. Well, that's normal. So many ways to go. So if we go all the way over here, we can get back, kind of. And actually down below our cottage. Okay, so that's like an isolated island. Yeah, we might as well do the right side first. And then we can loop around, going up on the left side. Let's do that. Looks like some track marks. Or a starting line? Finishing line? Okay. We get these eyes as well, but no, well, this might be a symbol, or maybe we need to... Oh, I can actually... Oh. Okay, so I think I need to write down... Well, either we need to recreate the symbols from the other runestones, or we're adding a new symbol to the mix. We cannot create the symbols that we've seen on the tree, because then would be a middle part and a curve. So that's not it. Well, let's leave that for now. And that just takes us back up, okay. And this is actually a pretty damn creepy game, and I know that there are, I don't remember if jump scares, but there are some really creepy moments. Just the atmosphere is super great. And also the blood on the doll before was kind of... Okay, that takes us back. Kind of hard to keep track of, I guess I should try to keep count of how many roads we're passing. Here a stream or something, yeah. Is that blood? Nah, it's probably just a little puddle. Alright, so let's try... I think I'm gonna do... It seems like they always consist of... Was it 6 or 8 points? I think it was 6 points. I'm gonna draw these symbols down. Okay. Another little puddle, eh? Oh wow, we made it all the way across. Okay. Well, oh. I think this is a furnace. I think this is a kiln or something like that. Okay, let's make it all the way back to the right side. There should be something down at some point. Or south. Probably here, yeah. I think I went right immediately, so well, let's just double check to see if I missed something over here. So far we're mostly gathering information. Did continue out for a while, but... Yeah, I wonder if we can trust the map. So far most of the things have been marked down. But there could be hidden stuff, so I should... There's a sound playing once in a while. I don't think it's linked to my position on the map. But it could be. Man, I just love the art style in this game. That's it. Yeah, I do believe we will have stuff showing up when we do things at some point. Right now, can't really do too much. So right there, it said, whoo, whoo. I think it might just be a bird, but it might be significant. So I'm trying to go up and down in these areas. Maybe it's like secret pathways or something. But it's not playing every single time I'm coming by here, so... Yeah. Okay, so we made it over here. I guess we're... let's check this little island out. We might have been here before, but let's head up and then let's head back down and to the left and check this place out. So we have actually been over here. I don't remember which way we took to get there in the tutorial, or whatever you want to call it. So I was gonna check the right side first. another symbol. I feel like we've seen an axe like that before. I don't know if this was the one. Get a bird. Apparently this is my art style. I'm recreating these really freaking good. Oh. And that should potentially be able to... No, that one... Oh wait, this is not for the runestones. This is something else. Because yeah, I can't recreate that. So we got up and down, and this should be back to one of the early places. Yeah. Yeah, still can't interact with the axe. Okay, now we're back here. Okay, the dark little chamber. Okay. Was there a runestone here? The runestone is all the way back here, I think. This one I think this one I marked down. I could head over and just... Yeah, let's just grab this while we're here. The horse we've marked down. There we go. And once again, it's 6 dots connected. Alright. I just went down because there was a little sound playing just as I came across that little path. Maybe there's always a sound playing when you can make a turn. Well, not always, but maybe sometimes. There's a lot of mystery. Yeah, once again there was kind of like a sound playing. Have we been here? No, so this is where we want to go. Okay, another doll. This looks like the doll we found in the outhouse, right? And once again I'm drawing a perfect recreation here. Probably my worst one so far. We came from down below, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's head up to the windmill again before we're going over there. Yeah, she's gone. And I guess it's in the middle of the night, so it makes sense. Can't do anything here, can't climb the ladder. Yeah, I think we probably need to start putting in these symbols somewhere to start some events off. Need a red key? Is that what I'm seeing? Hello? We need a key. I got no lockpicks. Okay, now we're over here. Wait. Oh, look at this. I think there's gonna be a tunnel or a path leading from this place over here. So we can't actually grab the last runestone. And also we never made it up here, I think. Also there are letters written down there, like a T and a symbol. So maybe, I think these might be actual, well, maybe not. So maybe you can actually get some information from what this is telling you. Maybe you can just see the rune if you know those from these symbols. Maybe not. We haven't been up here at all. Okay, so did I grab that second rune? I did. We went down for this. We got this one and we have this one. That's the only two we have. I guess we're heading over here and see if we miss something. Maybe we can't get up there. You're singing. The singing is getting louder. I think it is leading us. To this? Let's just try drawing one of the symbols we have. Okay, that marked one down. And we also have... Okay. Wonder if those will stay marked forever. I tried to brute force the last one. I don't think that's how we're supposed to do it. Okay, the singing is definitely getting louder. Hello. Am I to follow you? Will the game pause if we open this? Okay, it will. I feel like this could be this lady, the Huldra Skogsrået. The Huldra is known to have played a part in Norse mythology. She's likely of an even older origin from when man lived off the forest rather than the fields. The Huldra was the guardian of the forest. She tended to the trees, plants, and animals. A single large tree in a grove surrounded by smaller trees was often considered to be the Huldra's home, or even the Huldra herself. In most stories, she presented herself as a beautiful young woman. This was, however, not her real appearance. Very few saw the Huldra's true face, and even fewer lived to speak of it. She was often described as a lonely and woe-filled creature. Her relationship with humans was very complex. She could enthrall a man with her beautiful song and lure him deeper and deeper into the forest. Should we be following her? Where she either wedded or killed him. Well, let's hope for the wedded part. The men kissed by the Huldra became apathetic and slow. Well, we're already there. According to some accounts, the Huldra was a positive force. If a hunter was kind to the Huldra, she might blow her breath down the barrel of his rifle, which would bless his hunt. Colliers considered her their friend, as she kept fires from spreading from their charcoal kiln. She also helped those who willingly offered their blood to her. But this was dangerous, as the Huldra might drink the giver dry. The Huldra was thus capable of doing both good and bad deeds. It was very hard to predict whether she would help or harm. since she played by rules known only to her. Well, she looks nice, but like they said, not her true form. Did I move? Oh, okay, she's moving. Let's follow. Hello. Okay, and these actually stayed behind. So that's good. Are you just... no? Where are we going? Alright, so we didn't have a path here before, I think. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yes, I wasn't incorrect about that. There was not even a path marked. Usually there are paths where we can actually walk left and right, but here was no path, and we had not this before. Oh, the birds. Okay, well, we might as well do this. Right, left, right, right, left. Okay, I got them all. Hopefully. Unless this is a GG screen. Ooh, I vaguely remember this puzzle. I think there is like a sound puzzle here, which is not easy. So I think I'm turning in a circle right now. So that sounds like a clean tone. So I think I need to go for the cleaner, pure tones, right? Oh, that one is probably better than the previous one. That sounded good. Okay, so the first one should be to the left, I guess? I do believe we're gonna fall back all the way to the beginning when we do make a mistake. It sounds like progress, right? Slightly off. No good. That sounds good. Progress? That's off. A little bit off. That might be good enough. Yeah, I think there's only 4, right? No, 5 maybe? I think that's it. Yeah, it's gotta be. That could be it. I think it needs to fit the back background noise. That could be good. That's not it. That's off. So I feel like the tone itself, it's clean, but it doesn't fit with the background, which I think might be more important. It should be this one, I think. Yes. Oh, that's more. Yeah, so the background melody, it changes pitch for each screen, I think. Nope. That's probably it. That's no good. Kinda works, but it's, I don't think that's what we're going for. No. A lot of these were really hard to tell because even this sounds a little bit disharmonic. And some of the other ones also did. But I feel like this is probably it. Yes? Or no? What the? Was that good or bad? I don't know. Maybe she just drank a little bit of our blood. Yep, slurpy slurpy. Oh, we might have... Okay, it felt like a fail state, which it... Okay, I think we did it. The key has melted to water, as keys often do. And the birds are gone, so we cannot enter this again. I cannot go back in, so... Do we have an inventory? So I don't know if we actually got the key or if she was just debating us. And the birds are gone, so I think we actually did the puzzle. And I remember when I played this game the first time, I had such a hard time with that sound puzzle. And now we just nail it. I think what I didn't realize was that the background melody changed for each section. And you were gonna go for something that fit. Yeah, alright. Well, we might have gotten a key for... I don't know if we had the key or not, but we needed a key for this. But maybe the key melted down and we need to grab it from the lake or the river? Or it was just a debate for funsies, you know? So, kind of back to square one, maybe? And I guess we're looping back around the right way to have some kind of path to follow. Okay, these are still marked. I'm happy about that. Why? I think it was just too dark. So the path leading through here, it was very dark. There might be another door or something in here. Don't know if that's going to be lit up now. I think we might have to find a torch or something. There's nothing out here. Hello? The brook horse, Bäckahästen. Sweden is a country that has a lot of lakes, rivers, streams and brooks, and Swedish folklore is filled with strange creatures residing in the dark waters. The brook horse was a pale horse who lived in creeks or lakes, luring children to ride on its back. I'm not a child! The brook horse's spine grew for every rider that it lured on top of its back. When the brook horse was satisfied, it leaped into the water, whereupon the children drowned. What a nice horse. The brook horse had a lot in common with the Nix, a handsome young fiddler who lured young girls down into the water. And according to some, they were one and the same. It's likely that the brook horse was made up to keep children from playing too close to the water. Yeah. There's usually some reason for all this folklore stuff, right? One of the more unusual descriptions come from a story in the north of Dalarna. A young man on his way home from his work at a charcoal kiln, he decided to wash up in a nearby creek. The man finds a strange stone formed like a small child in the water. He picks it up. The man notices that he's not alone. He's being watched by a horse walking on two legs. What a sight. The horse stretches out a human hand to the man, who gets frightened and runs home to a shack he shares with his fellow workers. He tells the tale to his comrades, who laugh at him and call him a drunken fool. He shows them the stone that now looks quite ordinary. The man curses and goes to bed. When the workers wake up the next morning, they find the man dead in his bed, his lungs filled with water and the stone nowhere to be seen. The brook horse was almost always closely associated with death, not always in a negative way. For instance, in the sad folktale Little Nils, the brook horse is the one who finally leads Little Nils' soul home, and thus ends his long series of misfortunes. So once again, one of these creatures that has both good and bad abilities, it seems like. Looks so sweet. I can pull him out. Okay, I don't know if we need a second key or if the key actually melted down and it actually became a part of the river, like we said. Also, there's blood on my encyclopedia now. So I think he has the key and he wants to trade it for rock. Well, child form rocks. The Mylingen. Some Mylings. Why is this all crooked? Horse? What have you done? I wonder if this changed. Maybe I should have read this before. Maybe there's been some added stuff to it. Oh. I wonder if that is actually one of the ones we're gonna hand in. Some Mylings died at the hands of angel makers. The angel maker would typically be paid by a child's poor mother to find a decent home for the infant. When the mother left, the infant was murdered. Typically, the Mylings were murdered by their mothers, often unmarried women who had been left to fend for themselves. The myling would commonly be left in the woods to die, or they would have been drowned by the mothers in brooks or bogs. Some mylings died at the hands of angel makers. The angel maker would typically be paid... Wait, that's the same thing again. The most common way for mylings to haunt was through a horrible wailing sound. Could be a clue for how to find them. The myling might take the form of ball of light, similar to those of Irblos, Scandinavian will-o'-the-wisp, and led the curious traveler astray. Sometimes they would cry for the mothers to breastfeed them, which would apparently set them free. One story from Bergslagen tells of an old farmer on his way home through the forest. He is approached by a small child who follows him and says, "Grandfather, grandfather, I'm so hungry." The old man tries to ignore it, but the child keeps nagging. So finally the old man loses his patience. "If you can find someone to feed you, then feed, but you won't get any milk from me." The child seems pleased and leaves. When the old man comes home, he finds his daughter lying on the floor, bleeding from her chest. The child he met was the spirit of his murdered grandson. A person who helped the mylings find their way to the other side was often left with a gift. According to some sources, the myling would be taken in by other supernatural creatures such as Hobbs, or if it had been drowned, the brook Ours. I don't think these letters are... well, it could be a code. I guess I just click that one and we... didn't collect it? Well, he's gone now. Well... okay, so maybe I need to... okay. Wow. Don't know why that didn't work the first time. Okay. Happy horse? No, you need more. I mean, I feel like the horse is actually a good guy right now. I don't think he demands me to kill anyone, he's just collecting lost spirits, right? Seems good. This was not here before. It's over by the kiln. Yeah, this is all good. It's obviously a ketchup kiln, so it's just a production accident. U and N, probably up and ner, up and down. That didn't help at all. So how would this work? I guess if you remove these, you can move this all the way, right? But now it's stuck, so... no, that just brings me out. I thought maybe move up and down. You can move it up and down, but it's still in the way, right? And if I leave it in this way, I can't remove this. No, I can't interact with these rocks or tiles or whatever they are. Is there a puzzle here? Can I turn the screen upside down? No. If I turn my actual monitor upside down, maybe it will work. No, don't think so. How would one remove those? I don't think we've seen those symbols anywhere else. Nothing on the map that makes sense. Well, let's leave that for now. And yeah, there is a sound coming from here. Could be a myling inside of the furnace. There's also some red shining from above. Can't move around at all in here. Trying to use my keys when I'm holding down. But yeah, I can't. Every time I'm clicking here, I'm actually grabbing the handle, not the thing itself. Okay, let's leave that. No, oh wait, stop it. This one we already have. There's nothing in the pool of water? Question mark. Fuck, we're all the way over here. I meant to go up here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, there is a tree here as well. I think I've written that down. I think these are trees. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's also 4 symbols up here. I wonder if that's the tree symbols. Probably is, because I feel like the rune stone, we have the last one up here. And there were 3 symbols. That's probably it. I have all the symbols for the trees, if that is it. We don't have the key yet. I think the horse has the key. Oh, more blood. Oh, wow. Could I interact with that before? Maybe. I might have just clicked on it before. Jeebus. Why you do this to me, lady? Am I... Yeah, I might have been rotating these around. Indeed I was. Oh, I need to keep hold of him. Is that it? Okay, interesting. I don't dare to let go now because he might just teleport all the way back to the mill. So we can't really open our map either, which could be bad. But we're supposed to go down. Okay. So that puzzle I could solve without any external information. So maybe I'm just misunderstanding something with the kiln, the hatch. The horse once more. It could be that we need a hammer to smack these, but I feel like... Oh, wait a minute. I actually need to hit the keys on my keyboard for this. That's a little bit strange. But it is a thing. Hello. Alright, 3 out of 4. That's a perfect time to celebrate with some coffee. And apparently there are keyboard shortcuts for opening stuff, because the one I used to swap scenes with opened up the encyclopedia. Where might we not have been? Don't think there's any clues on the map. I guess we just have to randomly walk around to find the last one. Let's see, we're at this. Yeah, we've been up here, so I guess we're moving over here now. I should still not be able to open that. Let's check it out, though. Yeah, no. That actually leads us over here, which probably is good. So let's move right. The doll is gone. Because we don't need it anymore, I assume. I think we need to go... Yeah, let's check that out again, actually. The little storage. It's still very dark. Trying to click to see if there's probably not a light switch, but maybe we can light a torch on the wall. Seems a little bit stupid. Let's not do that. This should be leading us up to... Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I think we need to... Maybe we haven't been on this... Yeah, also the cabin. Cottage. We haven't been back there. Just double check, okay. Can we just go home? Yeah, we have absolutely no information about this. Wonder if you could actually brute force. It's like an old rotary phone. Let's dial someplace. Hmm. So I wonder if there's gonna be blood as a clue. I think there is a sound cue as well for the milings. We just walked in a circle. So the only place we haven't solved really is the storage. And we cannot get over to where we're potentially... L, as in light? No. I guess we're heading up here. I feel like we just went this way though. This is kind of leading towards the middle and also, yeah. Shouldn't be anything else here, right? The blood is still here. Can we still interact with this? We can. And it was actually moving the blades around. Trying to listen for sound cues as well. I think the music just goes bananas sometimes. Is there any place we haven't visited recently? I guess we can loop around all the way down here. Maybe we didn't do this stretch in a while. Oh, there's blood. Oh. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we saw these marks even before, but there was no cart. Hello? That is neat. I'm actually holding this at quite some distance. So this tree is in between me and where I'm holding this. But the other tree's in the background. That's nice. That's just a nice little touch. That it doesn't just go in front of everything. Okay. Give us a key, horse. The bird! Took my key. Night Raven, potentially. Nattravnen. Carrion birds were deeply linked with misfortune and death in Scandinavian folklore. The Night Raven, or Nattravnen, was certainly no exception. The Night Raven was described as a large bird with a sharp beak, sometimes with holes in its wings. If a person gazed through those holes, he would become ill. Other stories told of a giant skeleton bird that could never satisfy its hunger. Travelers foolish enough to be out at night risked being devoured by the terrible bird, especially at festivals such as Christmas or New Year's Eve. Oh. The Night Raven has also been described as an ordinary raven, but if it landed on a house, someone would die shortly with terrible fever. Overall, the Night Raven was strongly associated with disease. When farmers sent their children out to work to collect wild birds' eggs, they had to be careful that they did not pick the eggs of a Night Raven. Those eggs were considered deadly, but if the child was unsure, he could knock on the egg 3 times and say, "Out with thee, evil spirit." If the egg belonged to the Night Raven, it would turn black. The Night Raven not only infested the eggs, it also possessed birds, preferably carrion birds. According to some sources, the Night Raven was the spirit of an evil, greedy man who had not been buried properly. The greed manifested itself in the Night Raven's fondness of shiny objects, as we just saw. And the river... I cannot move. Hello? Oh! Light source? Okay, we gotta bring that along just like we did with the Mylings. Okay, this could be our way... Okay, it stays around. Nice. Let's see... Okay, we can go left, up, right. Right. No, right here. Okay, we got a new symbol, but... There's 2 dots. I don't know if those are important. Or if it's the shape of the thing. Oh, more symbols. Oh, I think it's a... okay, it's probably... There's some steps involved with this. So, that symbol, which is the baby, is 2 dots, it seemed like. And then we got that one, which is 3 dots, that's the raven. There's a dead bird in a jar. Classic. That is not a symbol we have already. It's like a star, almost. And it's 5 dots. That is also a new symbol. What the fuck? One dot. So it's a little bit worrying that we don't have translations for these. The other ones we have like an animal or a symbol connecting those to other things. These could be the symbols. So that's probably the Grim. That's a horse, that's a bird, that's a doll, and that's the Myling. I wonder if this order is significant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could be. Okay, we got another one here. Like a box with a line. That's, what is it, 6? Yeah. I think we could maybe open that up or do something. More symbols, eh? That... Okay, I think that's an egg as well. I think it's turned black. Can we knock 3 times? Be gone, foul bird. That didn't work. Okay, we actually have that symbol. That is a symbol for the doll, the Lady of the Forest, maybe. 2, 3, 4. Were all of these in blood or in red? I think they might have been. Just want to check that out first. That might be significant otherwise. Yeah, so these are in white. Might not be significant, but might be. Okay, I see. Okay. There's a bird. And also another symbol. Okay. Oh. Do you have a key, sir? Oh, I need to click. Is it finally true? Do we have the key? Oh, I can grab it. Okay, I see. Well, we got 2 options here. We can hit the last symbol here. Or we can open up the gate. I guess we can open up the gate first because it's closer. Don't know if it's forcing us through here. So I kind of want to do this first. Oh, these islands are actually marked with names as well. Didn't notice. Dead tree, Ugleträdet. Woods, Rasmussen's ägor. Alright. Let's bring the key along. And our light source seems to be... Wait, is it actually gone? That could be really bad. Oh, the key is actually working as a light source. Okay, that's good. Well, let's just make sure we have everything then. That one, 4 dots, yes. Six dots, yes. I wonder if the order is important here. I'm gonna write it down. So we got Grim, we got Horse, we got Bird, We got lady and then miling. Potentially. If that's important. We got that symbol is 1. The star is 5. That one is 2. Yep. So we're still missing a symbol for, or a number for the horse. I'm guessing... So this symbol and the symbol for the horse, they were kind of similar, just a curve being further up. I'm thinking that could be this. But then there is that added line in the middle. So we might be missing one number. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the horse could be 7 then. I'm not sure about this. Okay, so yeah, this symbol we found with the birds. I think that might be significant. Somehow. So maybe... I mean, that could be a leg of a horse, but that should be the miling, though. Which doesn't really make sense. And there is nothing close to this. Nothing close to that. To make out what it would be. Unless they're in the order from this, but that doesn't make sense either. Yeah, I'm definitely trying the puzzle with the runestone first then. So we're gonna have to bring this key along. Can I leave it here? Okay, it stays behind where we leave it. Perfect. So let's go right, up, right, and then down. Down, and we should be there. Okay. I guess we can rewatch that again. I think there was something about... Church was the final destination for a year-walker. On his way, he would typically walk around the church in an intricate pattern. And we kind of got left, right, left, right. Could be 2. That all the arrows were double. I don't know if that's important or not. Let's see. We read that one, that one, that one. So I guess we're probably reading that as we're coming up to the church. We still haven't done anything with the box. Have no clue. What that might be. Alright, let's go up and grab the key again. Is it down? Yeah, we left it inside. Isn't there a way up here? Yeah. Up. Left up. Yeah. Key has the same symbol. Probably the Grim, right? Okay. So yeah, we have symbols corresponding to animals, corresponding to dots. So I think we need to... I can move, so I think we need to click these. So the only one I don't have is the horse. So the horse is either 1 or 5, I'm thinking. Could be the order we're pressing them in, so let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Press 1 time, press 2 times, press 3 times. No. Oh. 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 So let's call it a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. That was not it. I mean, we could brute force the horse, so my other option was it was 5. Which it doesn't even go to. Oh no. I mean, the horse has to be 1. Well, the horse is also 2. Strange. I mean, it was technically the same symbol as the miling, but it's slightly different. It's interesting. I mean, everyone could brute force that if you wouldn't see the resemblance, I guess. Let's read about the Grim before we do anything. Kyrkogrimmen, the Church Grim. Of all the creatures in Swedish folklore, the Church Grim was doubtlessly the most complex and certainly the most feared. Little is known of it, since it was considered bad luck to even speak about it. The Church Grim's appearance varied with which could possibly be attributed to the nature of the Church Grim's origin. When a church was built in medieval times, an animal was sometimes buried alive under the floors. Most commonly goats, since these were comparatively cheap. There have also been stories of criminals being buried alive as punishment. In other versions, the criminal's heart was cut out and placed inside an animal carcass and that was sacrificed. The heart was central in many of the myths surrounding the Grim. Stories from the south of Sweden told that if you could touch the Church Grim's heart, you could stare into the eye of creation. The Church Grim guarded the church against thieves and grave robbers, but because of it, even honest folks avoided the church at night. Some stories say that you were unlucky enough to be the last one to die during the year. You would serve the Church Grim the following year. That's random. There are other stories that suggest that the Church Grim was not a guardian at all, but rather a sort of parasite that was drawn to the energy of the church. While there, it fed on people's hopes, dreams, and fears. A recent and controversial theory suggests that the Church Grim was closely related to a nameless Bronze Age deity. Okay, so these arrows, we got left, right, left, right, right, left, right. Don't know if it's double or just one. Or maybe movement. Okay. So is that considered one? Or is it an entire turn? Let's call that one. We got right. And we got left. Then we got double right. So 1, 2. Then we got left. And we got right again. Yeah, I think we might do a full loop around. So... left. Right. Left. Double right. Oh, I might have missed that on the very first one. Don't remember we saw that. So yeah, we might have to redo this. I don't remember seeing that symbol on the first rotation. So maybe it is actually per side, but we actually need that. Let's see, if we do left... No. Nothing happens when you go to the sides, but there are symbols on the sides as well. I think I'm gonna leave and reset. Okay, that one triggered. Left, right, double, well left, then double right, and then the same again. I love the model of the church. It's very basic, but somehow it looks really freaking good for some reason. So this should be it if it worked. Oh, indeed. Well, let's go inside. Hello. How strange. It's too late now. Don't know what I'm doing here really. I'm spinning a thing. I don't know if that matters. We got lady, we got horse. It can't be changed. Oh, was I supposed to do these in order? Oh no. Yeah, probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Little baby. The decision has already been made. Don't know if I need to alternate the directions here, but it feels like a combination on a save. You must stop coming here. These are some strange puzzles. We got the Grim. It's number 5 potentially. I don't love you anymore. Well, no love for us this year. I don't have a map. Nothing new here. Nice summer's day, it seemed like. I think she should have stayed with us. Unless we were actually the one killing her. Now, the game is not over. I mean, the game is, but now the metagame begins. I don't know if we need to... I feel like this is copyrighted music heavily, which I'm not... Theodore Elmsden, so that's actually the guy from within the encyclopedia. Can we skip this? No. Okay, we might have to I'm gonna have to let the credits roll and see if something changes. We can't skip it, so... But yeah, there is like a meta game starting now, which is probably easy to miss. And I mean, you could be done with the game right now. But there's more to it. I don't remember how to access the second part though. So that's why we're letting this roll. Okay, well, that was kind of short. Written it all down? Well, everything that happened. It can be changed. Deliver the message. The journal is hidden. The secret is hidden. North of the mill. Okay. Mill, south, brook. Remember, a secret. North of the mill, south of the brook. Yeah. North of the map, south of the map, basically. Walk again. Okay, I guess you will notice that there's more. Unless you quit the game before the... unless you quit the game before the credits roll, you're gonna realize there's more to it. And this is all the same. North of the mill, south of the brook. I don't think this is it. No. Okay, so I guess we need to find those secrets. And the map has reset, but we do... That looks like potentially a pathway. And also this, right? Hopefully we don't need to do all the quests again. We do have everything written down though, so unless it's random for each run, we should be good. If we have to redo all the puzzles. That didn't help me, did it? I guess we should have moved... Well, I kind of want to explore all the map if something has changed. Wait. Oh, I cannot access these areas anymore. There used to be a way of getting up here, so we're actually limited here. Which is fine. So this... We haven't done anything with it. Wait, how okay, we need to go up to go down, I see. But wait, how do we get there if we can't access this? Maybe we can do the mill first. Oh yeah, the blades, the wings, I don't know what to call these. They were actually spinning before, and then they were just standing still when we could actually move them. Oh. Oh, okay, I guess that's why it's locked. We actually need to play the game again, for real. I think. This is all the same, right? There you are. I've been waiting for you all day. Yeah. So she is obviously kind of engaged to someone else, but she's in love with us, I'm assuming, and I'm not sure what the ending of the game meant. Maybe we killed her because we're jealous, or maybe her husband that she chose killed her because we didn't get in love, right? But that could be because we killed her, or that she just said no, so... Alright, so interesting. We need to potentially play through the game again, but there's gonna be more. There is gonna be more. And nothing has been unlocked yet, so I guess we just need to start the year walk part again. So it's kind of interesting. I feel like time is complicated right now, because if we actually did the year walk and we got the information that we got, then how are we back here doing everything again? You know, even if it was just a hallucination, time should have passed on. But I guess we were sent back in time? Let's just double check if something has changed here. No. I'm thinking maybe these are numbers. No, there's also squares in different orientations, and I guess the half moons also. Could be 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe? Year Wall. The name of the game. The Year Wally. Year Wally? No. Ah, I see. Have I missed a part? Yeah, I have. Ah, it's a hard game. Okay, so now... Okay, now we have access to everything. Let's just try without solving the puzzle again. I feel like we might have to do that. That seems a little bit strange. We actually... Well, we might have all the information we need and we know where everything is, I guess. If we need to do it. And let's just double check. That's the same symbol. Yeah. Shouldn't there be a way down? Nope, need to go north to go south. Classic. And that's also the same. I feel like it could be interesting if these were randomly generated, the symbols. If we actually have to do all the input again, maybe we don't have to do that. But if we have to, kind of wouldn't make sense. We still need to go north, what the heck? More north? What the hell? I keep moving north. It's never enough. And I assume that's gonna be the same as well, right? Yeah. It's gotta be. I might have to trigger... Well, probably not. Thinking maybe we have to trigger it. The game too. I'm not gonna do this either. Yet. Maybe we're actually not supposed to solve anything. Maybe that's a bad thing. So let's not do it. It said south of the brook. The brook is down here, but there seems to be a pathway leading from this island. Then again, seems to be pathways leading from these as well, so maybe those are actually not the pathways I'm looking for. Maybe they're not, so let's actually head down on this screen. So technically we are south of the brook now. Maybe we don't need to enter a new screen. Maybe it's just enough being on this screen. Maybe we need to trigger the horse. There seems to be nothing here. Looking for symbols showing that I can move further south as well. Okay, let's see if the pathway was actually a pathway here. Oh, it should be all the way over here. Oh my god. It's on the map. That's neat. Oh my god. That is insane. That is really good. So it's Theo Olm 68 and 1894. Okay. What was it? 1894? Theodore's posts. There's a lot of reading to be done here. Holy moly. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Not all of them are gonna be 10 pages. Hello, news system. Can I just go to the next one? I can. Oh, pictures as well. I love this. Testing photo upload. It works. So this is the guy who's, according to the game, it's also one of the game creators. I don't know if that was meta as well. But according to our text, this is the guy. Theo68, that was our login. So I don't know if this is truth for IRL or if it's all just in-game stuff, you know? So it's a little bit of a meta thing going on here. But anyway. Should probably write here more often. Yeah, probably. Read about every book in Swedish folklore there is. Surprised how little has been written about geowalking. Need more sources of information. Talked to EES, he suggested some field work, might be good, but I feel that I might be 30 years too late. In talking to elderly folks, eating cookies and drinking coffee, their knowledge about yearwalking has been limited to say the least. Barely any one of them knew what it was. If they did, they had heard stories as children, but forgotten the details. Thinking ES sent me on a wild goose chase. So we don't know who ES is yet. Interviews at the retirement home. May I never grow old. The last interview was struggling. It was intriguing, if very brief. Talked to one Astrid Johnson. She was over 100 years old, clear at times. Do not know a lot about folklore, but she did claim that her grandfather's brother had once year-walked. Sadly, she did not know his name. He had died many years before she was born. Might have to look into it. Her maiden name was Svensson, which leaves me with a lot of possibilities. That's a very common name. She was born in Vetorp, and I can only hope that her grandfather was as well. Yeah, we've seen Vetorp on the map. I think the mill was called Vetorp Mill or something like that. So let's see. Her grandfather's brother. So that might be the guy we're playing in the game. And what we're experiencing in the game might be Theodore's research, or maybe he's doing a year walk himself, being connected through time. More interviews, nothing worth mentioning. Professor Asp called today. He hinted that the faculty wanted to take part in my research. Followed up my visit to the retirement home. In the early 20th century, there was 6 households in Vetorp with the surname Svensson. According to the church book, Astrid was born in 1913. Her grandfather, named Carl Fredrik. He had 2 brothers. One died in 1942. The other brother, Daniel Svensson, died in 1895. Since Astrid said her great-uncle died before she was born, Daniel is the one that supposedly year-walked. A miller apprentice. Going to the library to check out old newspapers tomorrow. That's him, right? I'm probably gonna say the names in Swedish sometimes, and sometimes pronounce it in slightly more English versions. We'll see. Look for reference of Daniel Svensson in old newspapers. I'm grasping at straws. Another day at the library, nothing of interest. Well, I'm really happy all of these were not pages long. Bored, I'm about to give up. Excited! The newspaper finally mentioned a Daniel Svensson. He was apparently arrested for the murder of a young woman in Vetorp. Okay. A new man arrested for murder. That's kind of interesting. So we get actually some information in Swedish here. It's like a newspaper clipping. They found him sitting in bloody clothes. And the police arrested Daniel. And the crime scene was transported to Kristianstad prison. Okay. So, if we were playing as Daniel, or we saw the events of Daniel, then we were actually the one killing the girl. Unless her fiancé also did a year walk and we saw those events. Information is scarce. Her name was Stina Nilsson and she was a miller's daughter. Her body was found on a field outside the village. She had been stabbed multiple times. The library should be open longer. Hope I can find any reference to this supposed year walk. Some more newspaper. He probably had waited for her. He stabbed her 20 times. The deceased girl had some connection to the murderer. And the murder was described as a pig pig, what? Not a pig, Jesus Christ, translating. As a, I don't know, competent young man. Had good connection with animals, and was a little bit quiet and strange. The motive behind the murder seems to have been jealousy. Not many details. Apparently Stina was going to marry a Lucas Tapper. She was on her way home from Lucas's parents when she was intercepted by Daniel. She was found the following morning, just 17 years old. I feel a tad guilty about my excitement yesterday. After all, there is a great tragedy behind this. So yeah. The press seemed to have lost interest in the case after a while, found nothing today. Maybe ES can tell me something. Had a long talk on the phone with ES. The murder case was unknown to him. He had, however, spent a lot of time in Vetorp during the 60s when he studied folklore in the area. There had been a rather peculiar runestone that seemed to predate the Viking Age. Oh, that's strange. ES claims that there was a definite connection between the symbols on the stone and year-walking. You cannot tell how. Want to check it out. And we also mentions of the Grim. Could be a Bronze Age deity as well. So there is some connection to pre-Viking Age, I guess. Went to the library again in case I missed something about Daniel. Indeed I had. Found another article. Feeling upset and a little bit sad. Borrowed the article just in case. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to read that. Perhaps there is more to learn about Daniel. Booked a hotel room in Vetorp. That's impressive they have a hotel. Arrived in Vetorp, it's a small place. One street cuts through the village. It's a rather depressing place. To be fair, the weather would not do any place justice. The hotel is empty besides me and a group of dog toy manufacturers who are a bit on the noisy side. Must ask chef for the veal recipe. Got a map from the hotel owner. Excited about the archive. Have the feeling that I will find something major. It's kind of interesting how in Swedish hotel is spelled with an extra L. So strange. For a borrowed word, why not just keep it as simple as possible? Nope, let's add an extra L. Just got back from the archive. An interesting place. Sadly, it's open 4 hours a day. It's understandable since I was the only visitor. Possibly found the files I need. Tomorrow, reading a lot of it. I knew it. The archive has exceeded my wildest dreams. On New Year's Eve, year 1893, Daniel Svensson did indeed year walk. The court records refer to his year walk as several occasions. I've just started to scratch the surface. There must be beliefs hidden amongst these people that have been forgotten for ages. Amazing. This is by far the latest recorded year walk. Yeah, I cannot read that. I hope I'm excused for borrowing the file from the archive. They gave me little choice since they are closed during the weekend. Could not sleep last night, too excited by the files. Much of the records are of legal nature, but there are relevant passages. Daniel claimed he knew that he would murder Stina after seeing a vision on his year walk. Okay, so that is what we experienced. Sadly, the scribe has not bothered to take it all down and occasionally just refers to it as ramblings of a madman. Poor boy. There are certain elements that are new to me. Must write them down in detail later. Need fresh air. Daniel's cabin, Solsåten, is briefly mentioned in the protocol. We'll ask around about it. Hope it still exists. It's kind of interesting. If Daniel actually saw this in his vision, why would he still go through with it? Or maybe it felt like it was fate. He had to do it. Or maybe he couldn't escape it. Or maybe he tried to prevent it and it still happened somehow. Oh, the box. Drove around for hours in the forest today. These are woods to get lost in. Asked for the directions from every local. Most people never heard of the cabin. Was about to give up when I met an old man. His aunt had lived there till the 60s. From then, it had 3 different owners that used it as a summer house until the mid-80s. The last family that owned the cabin only stayed there one summer. Their 5-year-old son drowned in a brook nearby. After that, they never returned. Nobody has lived there since. The old man's nephew owned the land. I asked the old man if I could pay it a visit. He did not think there could be anyone that would mind. It's a worn-down house. The cabin is situated deep into the forest. No sign, no road, just a narrow path. This was the place where he started his year walk over 100 years ago. Felt overwhelmed by the thought, could not enter. It's a lonely place. The only other building I could find in the area was an underground storehouse. Guess it might have belonged to the cabin. Really? That was so far away from the cabin though. It was too dark to see anything, but I can't imagine there would be anything of significance in there. Well, you would be surprised. On my way back to the car, I found this strange box. What an odd thing to leave in the middle of the forest. Seems to be in more or less mint condition. Could not resist taking it. I guess the box might not be as big as I thought it was. In the game it looked like it was like maybe 2 by 2 meter or something. Could still be, I guess, or 1 by 1. Could also be a way smaller box. Tonight I need whiskey, and lots of it. Sounds reasonable. And the church. Went to Vetorp Church today. It's a small white stone church built in the 12th century. The place where the church stands has been used for worship even earlier than that, according to the priest I met. He showed me around the premises. Put a bouquet of flowers on Stina's grave seemed appropriate. The almost unlikely somber epitaph read, "In memory of our loving daughter, Stina Nilsson, 1877 to 1894. Her cries for mercy could not sway his hand." Yeah, that's sad. Depressing. Searched for Daniel's grave, but there was no stone, and according to the priest, there probably never was. The gravestone E.S. told me about are gone. The priest is not sure where they are or when they disappeared. Weather has been unreasonably bad. Spent the day at the country archive. Had trouble concentrating. Tried to locate a photograph of Daniel Svensson, but no luck. The clerk explained that a lot of stuff was lost when the files were moved from the regional archive back in 1976. Apparently, there was another murder case in Vetorp in the early 1890s. Lisa Rasmussen drowned 4 infants in a creek. She was an angel maker, who received foster children from poor unmarried mothers. Lisa promised to find the babies good homes in exchange for a hefty sum of money. This was all a charade. As soon as the mother had paid what little they owned, she drowned their children in nearby creeks. All files from the trial have been lost. Outrageous. Think I'm done with the archive. Been thinking a lot about that church. So yeah, it seems like everything we encounter in the game has been a thing. Strange day. The runestone E.S. talked about is not marked on any map. Talked to the man at the service station. He drew me a rather primitive map. Searched for the stone for a long time. Almost gave up. Found it at last. Felt compelled to touch it. Had the strangest sensation of looking beyond. Beyond what? The feeling lasted for quite some time. That's the mill. Kvarn in Swedish. There's a forest, there's a tree. I don't know what that is supposed to be. I wonder if this is the runestone we've actually found already, or if this is outside of the map. So south of the mill, I guess, on the next screen, or even further south. Heading home tomorrow. I wish I had more time. This stone is old. Might predate Christianity. Yeah, it should. But I fail to see how it's connected to year walking. Could not resist stopping by the church on my way home. Walked around it for a bit. It's a pretty church. Not remarkable, but there is something about it. That's exactly what I said. Feel that the church and the stone are connected somehow. Yeah, that box looks really small. Found the box when I unpacked, had almost forgotten about it. It seems to have some lock-like construction. But I've yet to understand exactly what it is or how to open it. It reminds me of one of those puzzle boxes. The wheel with the symbol suggests it's opened by entering a password. Yeah. It must be old, maybe ES knows something about it. It actually looks like that looks like a real box in a real photo. I don't think it's computer generated or painted. That's cool. Do you notice that there are symbols on the side? Probably the horse and the miling. Decided not to tell ES about the box. He might not appreciate that I took it with me. He's always nagging me about ethics. Busy week, classes and meetings. This faculty is really getting in the way of my research. Feeling a bit strange. I've had weird dreams ever since I came back from Veitop. Odd dreams. Let's party, Theo. Call Asp, call Ebbe. Prepare lecture. Swedish. A bird and a grim, kinda. Dreamt that I was in the vast wasteland. I was searching for the keys to my locker together with Jenny from high school. We laughed and dug in the sand. Suddenly the sky lit up and Jenny pointed to a simple constellation of stars. She whispered in my ears to never forget it. I'll write these down. So he might be getting the combination here through his dreams. So it's a triangle pointing down. I asked her what it meant, but she was dead and her bones were withered and old. Woke up and I've been feeling rather queasy ever since. Read an account of a year walk by a man called Romedal in an old book I came over in a used bookshop. Romedal's story is a little more than a tall tale told by a drunken oaf. Most of them seem to be. Daniels stick out. It haunts me. Held a lecture on year walking. Several faculty members attended it. They ridiculed me in front of the students. Another strange dream. Was doing my homework. Was stressed because the oil lamp was running out of oil. And when it did, the pale horse outside the window would come inside. The lamp burned out and everything went black. Woke up soaked in sweat. That's the horse. Don't see a clue for one of the symbols here, really. Might not be significant, but could be that there is a connection. This could be the Huldra. This could be the Myling. Those are connected to the symbol. And there's also numbers. Kinda. 7? It's probably nothing. Must remember to buy groceries. Thank you for writing that down. Fiddle with the box. I have no clue how to open it. Frustrating. What jealous, small-minded, greedy creatures the faculty members are. And they will undoubtedly create small-minded, jealous, greedy students. Don't feel the need to share any of my research with the faculty anymore. They don't deserve to read something that my hand has written. They would not understand anyway. The thought of what's inside that box is like an itch that can't be scratched. I've searched for reference to anything about it, but I have found nothing that resembles it at all. Yeah, so now we see the other side. So all the 4 major symbols are here. Don't know if that's an order. We need to put things in. But if it is, it's a different order from any order we've seen before. Well, it's hard to tell what should be that. That's probably not significant. Having more strange dreams, something happened in those woods. Is your walking a mere vision quest? Are the visions brought on by lack of light and food? Yes, believes so. Not sure. I mean, they should be, right? Dreamt of the runestone. Was in the forest outside Vetorp. Mrs. Booman was walking up to me. I was very afraid. She said that I had been a bad boy and broken the rules. Before I could defend myself and tell her that I did not mean to be naughty, she withered into dust. Found myself in front of the runestone. The Grimm's eyes glowed at me. Woke up. Found myself thinking of the runestone, the stone. What does it mean and how is it connected to year walking? What did people do in those woods? Seems to be trying to connect runes to these symbols, right? This is similar. I feel like some of these pictures are going to be important. We need to use his research, right? Do not feel like sleeping tonight, drinking coffee and watching TV. If I stay awake, those dreams will stay away. Could not understand much of my students' presentations today. Must sleep. Someone is watching me. All the time. Got an email reminder to deliver the text for the game. Wrote 7 or 8 pages. Hopefully it's enough. Waiting. Don't know for what. Have a feeling that something is on its way. Even more meta aspects. Received an odd email today. Oh, that's a symbol. Final text, Secure Invest Corporation. Okay, this is ES. We still don't know who that is. Got over 1,000 of these during last night. The emails seem to have stopped when my inbox was full. Don't know what it can mean. Maybe it's a prank by my students. But they seem too unimaginative to come up with something like this. Don't think it will end here. Is it some kind of threat? Maybe. Called the priest, told him of my plight. He said that Vetorp sometimes has a strange effect on people, but it rarely lasted. Do not think he understands. I was going to ask him about the box, but decided to hang up when he suggested I should see someone. Woke up last night, heard baby screams from beneath the floorboards. Panicked. Managed to pry up some of the floorboards. The screaming stopped. Yeah, he's deep in it. The Watchers, the Night Raven, the Huldra, the Brook Horse, and the Church Grim. There might be others. Cannot be sure. Can they disguise themselves? Maybe they can read my mind. The Watchers. Because they watch. That's what they do. But is it all they do? So all of them are Watchers. Assist. And these are all the characters we're... that's the Huldra, the Horse, the Mylings, the Raven, and the Grim. I mean, some of them are pretty close. Yearwalk equals system error. Hey, it's my birthday. Just wanted to see if it was in the game. Yearwalking works, but it was never meant to. It's against the rules. The universe blinked its eye and someone crossed all barriers that are known as time and space. The Watchers are watching, but who are watching the Watchers? The Watchers? How can you bend time and space? Time space is a rift. Trying to see, this almost looks potentially like a map and also like the church. Probably nothing. Got in a heated argument with ES. He is surprisingly scornful of my theories. Must remember that he is an old man and he might not be as open to new ideas any longer. He claims that it is impossible to gaze into the future. The future is not set. Nothing happens until it happens. Of course, it's impossible to look into the future according to logic, but I'm not sure they are playing according to our rules. The Watchers are more than they appear, and less. They are real, yet they are unreal. They do not exist in the manner that this table and this chair exists. How do I know these things? Are they my thoughts? Am I writing this? I certainly did not draw this, but yet it's right there in my notebook. Might be another symbol, right? Square. Watchers or antibodies? That's a little bit interesting. I'm kind of thinking of like the tree of life and stuff like that as well, seeing this. Different portions being represented kind of through the human body and other things as well. Daniel broke the rules and he was punished. Well, I guess. So maybe if the year walk actually works and you well, I mean, year walking itself should not be not allowed, right? But maybe he was trying to act upon it, but then whatever he saw just happened anyway. So yeah, maybe actually seeing the future is breaking the rules because you're not allowed to. That's what the lady in the beginning said, right? We're not supposed to know our future. So him seeing the future actually brought it on, maybe. Held another lecture, the last one for a long while it seems. It's been decided that I need a break. But it matters not. I have more important things to do. I've been an idiot. Someone is playing with me. These shapes is the same on the box. Did someone see me take it? Try the symbols I have received, but the box remains shut. There must be more coming, yeah. I think these might be dates for the symbols. 19th of November. Yeah, okay. So definitely then, and I have written down 3 shapes already. So that's good. Woke up last night, the telephone rang. Answered. Could not hear anyone. Hung up. It rang again. Answered. Could hear someone speak on the other side. Could not make out what was being said. The voice was too far away. Hung up. It kept ringing. Cut the cord. Bought whiskey. Bought food. People stare. Don't want to go out there again. Too many know who I am. If you break the rules, there will be consequences. Wish I had not cut the cord to my phone. Need to hear a human voice. Don't dare to go out. At first, I didn't even notice. One of the paintings in my living room has been replaced. Assume that is the one. A lot of paintings, Jesus Christ. It must have happened during the 30 minutes I slept. Cannot let my guard down. Someone was here, or something. Will the antibodies come for me? Am I a virus in the eye of the universe? So I assume that could be a symbol, another triangle in the opposite direction. Or orientation. Boarded out the balcony and all the windows. Nothing can come in now, I hope. Shouldn't be possible, but someone was here again. I'm definitely being threatened. There was a knife on my kitchen table. Old, but sharp. I realized that the knife is his. We are connected. Daniel's, I assume. And we're also closing in on the end of the year here, which I think might be significant. Let's actually see. Okay, yeah, it goes all the way up till the end of the year. And it starts in August, okay. We were somewhere. We're connected. The church is central to this, and yet it is not. Perhaps the church itself is not important, but rather the energy of the place. Perhaps the gate is always there, but it's not a gate. Gates are meant to be opened, or closed. This is a rift in the fabric of the very existence of everything. But why allow it? Why does the universe, or God, or someone not shut the gate? If we're not meant to do it, why let us? Testing us? I can hear the heart of the universe beating. What is happening? I feel like a worm under a big boot. I feel the shadow hanging over me, waiting to get crushed. She sings, and I should follow. She's trying to fool me. That I know, but I must get closer to her, because then I can get closer to the key that leads to the heart of it all. I'm trying to think. It's hard to kind of grasp the meta aspect of this, because the game itself is that just a game based on this guy's research. And we just happen to also have his research kind of with us, maybe? Or is the game actually what he went through? Or is it what Daniel went through? It could be everything, I guess. I didn't steal the box because it begged me to take it with me. Daniel survived all the watchers sent by the universe. He was lured by the temptress, brought the innocents to the pale horse, unearthed the parasite, and finally faced the master of them all. But yet he was destroyed. Could it have gone any other way? Was he doomed from the start? Am I doomed? Is the future set, or can it be altered? Man-made angels, yeah. Running errands, test of might. Must help him. It's the right thing to do. There is a bond between us. James Bond. Might have figured it out. 5 watchers, 5 symbols. Which means there is one more coming. Yeah. Yep. Makes sense. And we have 4 symbols right now. And we've seen 4 sides of this box. Maybe there is something on the lid as well. Probably the Grim, I would assume. So tired, can't seem to hold my thoughts for any period of time. Should probably eat more often, but I must resist. It's important that I come prepared. So he stopped eating already. That seems a way longer period than we've seen in the olden days. The heartbeat's stronger, but I will break it and see beyond everything. In the end, it was the nature of man that got Daniel. Must free myself of all desires. That's how they get to you. Can love really be a weakness, or is it a strength? And the poor girl, it just seems unfair. Is there anything I can do? If the future can be altered, why not the past? Well, that is always tricky when it comes to time travel. And that's why you can't really do it. It kind of becomes parallel universe rather than time travel in that case, right? If you travel back in time and change some events, then the future you came from is no longer going to happen probably, and you couldn't have gone back. But it might be different realities, so... Am I playing the part of the fool in this cosmic play? And if so, to what purpose? Disconnected the microwave oven, just in case. Smart. Feeling absolute terror at the possibility that there is no purpose, no rhyme, no reason to any of it. Why me? The only way I can help him is if we break the rules. It will come at a price, but what do I care if I can rise above it all? 2 rules, universal: time, space, year walk, if broken, above it all, and doom. Saw her lifeless body. She is beautiful, even in death. Have been crying ever since. It all seems so needless, so cruel. Ready for anything. Don't care anymore. It's finally here, the last one. Woke up with this in my palm. It's probably a circle shape, right? Not a triangle. Try to wash it out. It's a 2. Tested them in all different kinds of combinations, but I could not figure out how to do it. I must sleep. I will open that box tomorrow. Okay, so we don't even know the order. Hopefully Theo will figure it out, because there's a lot of combinations. Of course, so simple. Rotate the wheel and release when the symbol aligns with the grim. In the order they were delivered to me. Okay. But why was it empty? I guess he didn't actually try all different kinds of combinations. He just tried some random ones, right? Why wouldn't he start with the one in the order they were delivered? I don't know. I thought it was Daniel all along. I thought it was here, but it cannot have been he who sent me the password. It doesn't make sense. If the box was empty, it means it must be filled. I still do not understand who sent the symbols. If it was not the boy, then it must have been the Watchers. But why? Are they toying with us? Helping us in some perverse, twisted way? From the get-go, he was doomed. They got him at the very thought of year walking. But I think the girl can be saved. I put everything he needs in the box and locked it. I will leave it where I found it, where all of it started. You and have to spare or space possibilities. So I think he leaves a note, but also a knife in the box. Are we actually giving him the knife that he actually kills her with? That would seem fitting, actually. Since we are interfering as well with time and space, we're kind of being the cause of it all. That could be interesting. If my mind is set on this, does it mean that I'm doomed too? Probably. Christmas Eve. The rift is open. It wants me to go through. And 18th, he got a symbol, maybe? Yeah. He's marked the Grim Downs. I wonder if they are... we should just have to use the order. Don't think the symbols mean anything right now. Pack my things. I wonder if I will come back. Went to the church. The mill. The cabin. Sulsotten. It's cold here. Wish I could light a fire, but I must do it right. Surprised how calm I feel. Only hours remain. It's midnight. That's the end of it. I wonder if these were shown already before. I don't think I moved my mouse cursor. I probably would have at some points. I don't think we could have seen these in the first place. I guess we're heading over to the box. I don't think we need to do all the puzzles. Up, up, right, and down. And we've gotten no new symbol for this. So it's the same stuff. What happened last time we did this? I think the lady appeared. No? She appeared pretty early. I don't remember what happened actually. How did I end up here? What? Wait, what the? How? How is this possible? Jesus. How did I was here, I went up. I think I went one more up. Okay. But then no, what? I'm very confused. Maybe I was not positioned where I thought it was. Maybe I was, I don't know. Let's go left, up, up. At least. And now right and down. Can't do anything with this still, no. Okay, this should be the box then. So, assuming that we are... I mean, it's all connected somehow. This might be a shared dream state between Theo and Daniel. But we're most likely playing as Daniel, right? His vision, his night walk, year walk. So will we find whatever he put in the box here? Theo. So maybe there will be a note saying something. Maybe Daniel actually didn't kill her. Maybe he was trying to save her, but got blamed for it. But he probably killed her since he was year walking himself. Should be downward pointing triangle. And it should be according to what it looks like here, right? Yeah. The moment of truth. This is in English, actually. Vetop murder executed. Kristianstad, January 21st. Yesterday morning, Vetop killer Daniel Svensson was executed at Kristianstad prison. He was found guilty for the heinous murder of young Stina Nilsson last year. The death sentence has been criticized by the highly renowned Dr. Helmer Lundbeck, who stated that Daniel is suffering from an abnormal psyche. He seems to have problems discerning past from present and has visions of terrible creatures, something not uncommon among schizophrenics. Daniel cannot be held accountable for his actions and should be given treatment at an institution for the criminally insane. The execution was performed by Gustav Dahlberg. This was his fourth execution. Last year, he was to perform the execution of the notorious Lisa Rasmussen, whose name we've heard before. Yeah, the Angel Maker, I think. Who was charged with the murder of 4 infants in Vetorp, but who took her own life before the sentence could be carried out. Security has been improved greatly since. Daniel Svensson was composed during the whole process, besides the slightly shaking hand so common among the criminal type. You could not tell Daniel from any other young men. He sobbed loudly once when he laid his head down low, but quickly regained his composure. A quick prayer and a swift, powerful stroke, and it was over. According to the attending priest, Granat, Daniel's last words were, "I should have killed myself. Then none of this would have happened." I guess... So let's say... Let's say we are... Well... Are we doing this quest right now as Daniel in the first place? Or have we already seen the outcome and now we're kind of redoing it? Because if this is our first year walk and we just found this box and we read this... Well, maybe this is the message that the universe is sending us. But it would be rather hard just to be convinced that, okay, someone has just put a futuristic looking newspaper clipping here. That's a little bit weird. Would you really trust in that? I mean, if you're on a vision quest, sure. You are long dead when I write this, and I have not yet been born. Yet we have a connection beyond life, death, space, and time. The impossible made possible by year walking. But the Watchers always win. Even though you're not passed through the rift yet, they sense the urge and they want their sacrifice. I wish there could be another way. I'm sorry. But for her, there is still hope. You can save her. You know what you must do. I think we know. I gotta say, this is very neatly done. These notes. Feels very satisfying scrolling through them. Very freaking good. So yeah, this is probably like our very first year walk then. We haven't passed through the rift yet, but... So we haven't actually seen the future. Possibly. But someone else has seen the outcome of it. It has even become a reality. Now this is gonna be a problem. Because what if Daniel, we, actually take our own life and change the future? Then this note would never have been sent because the murder never happened, right? But I guess there will be no murder in that reality because Daniel killed himself. Daniel, Stina, probably. Yeah. I think when we had the first credits, there were different names, right? The in-game Theodore, I'm pretty sure, was as the game creator. So these are the real credits, I think. It is always interesting with the time travel stuff. It's so confusing. But like I said, I think it kind of becomes different realities. It has to be. Because what would Theo do? He might be researching Yearwalk still, but he wouldn't find the evidence of Daniel murdering Stina. So he cannot send that note back in that time, but in that timeline, Daniel killed himself, right? So, yeah. Interesting. The end. Is it? I don't think there is any more things happening, but let's make sure. There's no skipping this. I'm just gonna make sure there's no new notes or anything like that. And could we possibly just run over to the box and read the content again? Would that have changed now? Maybe it's gonna be empty and we fuck everything up by checking the box and not getting a clue. It all depends on if this is just a fresh yearwalk or if this somehow is a yearwalk in that current version of the universe or the timelines. Right? Can we actually get over there? We can. So let's just see if we can open the box right away. So I'm hoping that this box is empty right now. That would make some sense. But it's not. I'm a little bit disappointed that this is still in there. But I guess this is like the final timeline or something. Because what would happen if that was empty? That means we have a new timeline again, or the old timeline. Yeah, well, I guess you're not supposed to do this again, right? I don't think there is any more to it. What would that be? We can start it all over again, I guess. These are still showing, nothing new. And if we would just go along with the year walk and not open the box, well, I guess now we kind of trigger it, so we can't get out of it, I think. I think we would, yeah, so I think we got two endings. Either we kill her, or we kill ourselves, right? And this is all the same. Yeah. Alright. I mean, it's a good way of getting a happy ending. But it would be really interesting if somehow, when Theo was trying to save the day, save Stina basically, he accidentally left the knife for Daniel to use in the murder. Because that doesn't screw with the timelines, it doesn't create alternative realities or parallel universes. He actually enables it to happen, so it all is connected. I think that would have been an interesting twist slash solution slash ending. I guess that could be an interpretation of everything. We don't know for sure that Daniel actually took his life here. He might have just used the knife to kill Stina. I can decide to interpret it that way. I think that's fine. I think the game is suggesting that he ended his own life to save Stina, but it's not written on the, it's not certain. So I think it's up for debate. Which is cool. Which is cool. But yeah, this is a really great game. And like I said, I have played it before, but I did not remember too much of the puzzles or the story necessarily. It's been a lot of years since I played it last. And the art style is phenomenal. And the music and the atmosphere, everything is just great. I love it. It's probably a good length for what it is. It could have easily been way bigger and with more reading, but it's kind of nice since you're doing all the reading in one chunk. It's nice there was a lot of pictures and short notes and stuff like that. The puzzles could have been harder, I guess, but it's more about the atmosphere and the story than the puzzles necessarily. And maybe I kind of subconsciously remembered some of the puzzles because I didn't struggle at all this time around. Which I kind of remember doing last time I played it. But yeah, it is a good game. So a slightly shorter stream today. But yeah, I feel like it's not any point starting anything else up right now. Yeah. Just gonna make sure nothing else has changed, actually. No. Alright. Later on, I will be starting up my playthrough of Lords of the Fallen. It's gonna be in a couple of hours. So tomorrow, no early stream. Later on, we're gonna play Deus Ex. Probably a little bit later than usual. I'm gonna be working, don't know exactly when I'm getting off work. And Thursday, we're gonna play another small little indie game early on, and then we're gonna continue System Shock later on. So yeah, thank you for hanging out, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.